Sup, everybody? Welcome to Let's Talk About It with Yogi Damn Hamm. I'm Yogi Damn Hamm. Yeah. This is my garage. Look at that. Look at it. Yeah, now we're gonna get busy talking about something. Cars. We're gonna talk about cars. I'm gonna tell you damn car and tell you what happened to it. Some of it's good. No, it ain't. First car I had is that one I told you about before in the near-death experiences. 75 Chevy Nova. Yeah, I got that for $1,500. That was back in 1981. 81. $1,581 is what that was. But, yeah, I flipped that sumbitch 17 times. I don't know how many times I was knocked out in a ditch. I got thrown out. Car tumbling down. I'm sleeping. Bye. My next car, 1978 Aqua Velva Blue Pontiac Grand Prix. I love that car, boy. I drove that hard. I drove it. That thing went to Outer Banks 100 times. That thing went up to Virginia 100 times. I drove that thing out to. I drove it to Tennessee and then back to Virginia, and then I drove it out to damn California out there. I was out there for about a month and a half working out there, and I drove my car out there, drove it all the way back, and I could not keep a damn transmission in that sumbitch. I don't remember how long I had it, but it was like 82, 83. It was 83 until 89, I believe it was. But it started going bad. Pieces of it just quit working. I wouldn't get them replaced. Just finally, I was hanging out with this. I went over to see this girl. I ended up staying the whole month, and the car wouldn't start, and I left it there. Woo! And then I got me a family friend, or a relative family, gave me a damn old 1980 maroon colored Toyota Corolla Wagon. I drove that thing, boy, and there was rust on there, and I had it even when the first, was it 2 kids or just the one? Just the one kid, and I was worried about when we drove somewhere if I was going to have that floorboard was going to rust out by the time we got there. But anyway, I traded that in, got me a 1991 Chevy Corsica. Also like a burgundy-ish color, maroon. I drove that and got a crack in the engine block one winter. And there's a guy that he used to work on the county's police cars. And I said, well, if he's fixing the police cars, he probably knows what he's doing. He put the engine in there for me. But no, I can't say his name because of the court order. But he put in a damn Lumina engine from like 93, so they had to weld damn motor mounts into make it fit, and then 3 of them broke, and the only whole thing holding the damn motor in was the screw, the one motor mount that didn't break, and the screws on the water pump or something. Yeah, water pump. The screws on that's holding the damn engine in. So I got rid of that as fast as I could. Nice when I got me a 2000 Intrepid, a Dodge, baby. I love that. Was my favorite car. That was my favorite car for a long damn time, and the engine blew up. I had the money to get it fixed, so I had to get me a cheap-ass damn 01 Isuzu Rodeo. That was embarrassing to have to go from that Intrepid down to that Rodeo. And the Rodeo, 33 days after I got it, 3 days after the warranty, transmission went the hell out. I'm like, are you kidding me? You kidding me? Okay, is this what you're doing to me? But then after I got transmission fixed on my own, the electrical shit started going. The gas gauge would do this, and I'm like, that's not what I need you to do the other thing. And it wasn't. I had to just keep track of how much gas, I had to put in it per week, and it was just, I can't. Woo! I finally got rid of that. I traded in for a brand new. This was in '06. A brand new '06 Ford Focus, little bitty car. That's all I could afford at the time. Kids were little, money was tight. But I got kidded mercilessly over that damn car. Oh, you need us, when you get in, you want us to pull you back and then let you go so that get you home? How hard you got to pedal in that thing? I need that. I was taking care of my family, that's why I had to drive that. Couldn't afford it. Anyhow, I gave that, I fixed that thing. Oh, but you know what? That little Focus turned out to be tougher now, because I had 55,000 miles on it, and I was sitting at a stop sign looking this way like this, and I saw two cars coming, but they was way down, so when I looked back, there's a cement mixer, and he sees them cars coming too, and he's trying to hurry up and make the turn so he don't have to stop and then wait for them to go by. But he ain't looking to see who's sitting there at the stop sign, so he ran over my ass and that big ass damn cement mixer ran over my little Ford Focus, and I just had time to do this. This is what I did. I was driving like this. I wasn't driving. I was sitting there like this. And then next thing you know, I turned and saw it, and it's too late. All I had time to do was go like this. And then it's over. Folded that hood, that hood of that Focus, folded it in half, and then stuck a corner through the damn windshield. Glass all over me. Took that front fender and wrapped it all the way back around so I couldn't get out the damn door. He tried to say I was up too far, but it had been raining, and wherever he was at was muddy, and you could see his muddy tracks turning, coming right over top of my car, and then leading back to where he's parked at. He come up, why was you up there so far? I said, I wasn't. Look at your tire marks, mister. I've got to be right. But she wasn't. Yeah, he got excited with that. But a collision place I took it to, man, they made that little Focus better than it was, and it was already a good car, because it's only like a year and a half old or something. But then they built that thing back, got it back better. Drove for another couple years, gave it to my daughter. When I gave it to her, I got me a 2010 Dodge Nitro. And 2 weeks after I gave her that Focus, some dumbass girl turned in front of her, totaled that little Focus, because it's a big ass Bonneville or something that hit her. After all that car went through, that damn girl turning left is gonna take her out. That's a damn shame did that happen. So I had my Nitro, and I drove that for a while, and then I broke a timing gear. And instead of fix it, I sold it. The guy wanted it, I sold it. And I got me that 2012 Honda Crosstour. You've heard me talk about that one before if you've been here. Because that's the one that had that, it rode good. And it had heated seats, sunroof. It was a metallic green. And then it was, and then it had that stereo in that, that's the best damn stereo I ever had in my life, inside or out. I gave that, that thing, and I'd brag on it too. I bragged on it. My sister, I was like bragging. She's like, let's go hear this. I'm tired of hearing it. We got in, she said, damn, that is good. I told you. And then I brag at work, just came in on my drive listening to me some damn Pink Floyd on that badass stereo. And everybody just rolled their eyes and said, yeah, you got the best stereo. One day, we was going to a lunch outing, and they said, hey, Yogi, can you drive the three of us? I was like, sure. We got in. I turned that car on. I turned that radio up a little bit. Just just a little bit. I wasn't gonna blast them out when we took off driving. I don't even remember what song was playing. But we got about a minute out on the road, and that fella sitting in the passenger seat said, "Damn, that is a good stereo." I said, "I told you." And the people in the back was like, "Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that, man. It is good." We got back and they was telling people, "Hey, he's right, that was good." And I started thinking, are they being facetious? Like trying to make fun of me and get other people like? But they did, but they were like, I think they was impressed. Even my kids like that. Well, my son did, my daughter never did see, but my son liked that stereo. Ooh, that's a good. How come mine don't sound like that? And I said, because you don't know how to work the EQ. Well, can you go do mine? No, son. That's something every guy got to learn on his own. So anyway, I told everybody I'm going to drive that damn Crosstour for 20 more years. And then when it finally can't go no more, I'll park it in the backyard, and that's where I'm going to listen to my music at. I'm going to drive that thing another 20 years. And that next day, 2 deer jumped out in the road and said, "I know you ain't." Last thing I saw was one. There were 2 deer. One that was first one I hit. The other one was a little bit behind him on that side. So I hit both of them. Bam! And last thing I saw was that deer like this. And I was like, damn. He's just scared as I was, I guess. That look on his face, like, oh. That's what happened. And I just sat there and I called the tow people, and I called the sheriff, got a deputy out there. And you know what? Me and the deputy were looking. I had a flashlight in my car, he had one, we're looking. We didn't find either one of them. So I'm like, they survived that long enough to either at least run off. But if they ran off and lived, I bet they still telling people about that story. Ooh, they'd be at the gathering at a Salt Lick, and they'd be like, "Oh, did you hear that story about me and Sammy? Yeah, we got hit by a Honda Crosstour, had the best sound system we ever heard." That was nice to hear for a second. But that's what happened with that. So now I got me a 2018 Camry, loaded, boy, leather seats, everything in there. The only thing it don't have is a CVD player, and that pissed me off. But I'm going to get to that in the next pet peeve episode, because I'm going to talk about this Bluetooth bullshit that is, ooh. And I know y'all gonna be, "Yeah, with the times, Grandpa." Yeah, make the times work right. How about that? Anyhow, I'll get on that. That's the next pet peeve. You're gonna hear about that. But I'm driving that Camry, and I've still got my truck. I've had this truck since I was like 26. I was 26. It's a 71 Dodge Power Wagon. I ain't gonna tell you what color it is, because I can't have you know it ain't for sale. And I can't get you guys trying to find it on Google Maps. So I can't tell you what color it is. It does have a lot of Bondo. I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, no, not for sale. I don't care how much. A guy would offer me a ridiculous amount, and I said, "No, I've had this. I might be buried in this. Or at least it's going to be mine from 26 till I can't drive it no more. Anyhow, I might be buried in that." But anyway, and then in my 3 dream cars, I'm going to get to them real quick, because we are way over budget again. I keep doing that. I'm sorry. The 66 pale yellow convertible Ford Mustang, the Kolchak Car. Ooh, if I get my hands on that. Other one's 1955 Jeep CJ6. I'd like to have like olive green on that, and then the other one, 1973 Barracuda. Now, I don't even care what color that is. You can give me whichever color you want on that. Pick one. I don't care. I don't even care if it's like a fluorescent lime green. I don't care. I'll drive the crap out of that. Go listen to Everything You Say by who? The Cars, of course. You can't. That was, it was almost too obvious. I almost didn't do it. I'm glad I went for it. Everything You Say. I don't remember what year that is, but it's the Cars. On vocals, Mr. Benjamin Orr. Another feller I wish I could have met, but he's gone. All right. Go listen to that. Put down there what your cars had. What was your first car? If you had a car, you rode it 17 times, put it down there. Let's talk about it. We're survivors. Bye.